Okay, welcome to the Crow Discovery Project. I wanted to do a quick clip here. First off, I want to assure everybody that this channel has not become solely the wave, the lunar wave show. I know there's been a lot of wave footage up lately, but the truth is the floodgate is opened, and I'll announce right now another individual has contacted me this evening saying he has filmed the lunar wave. He's uploading right now, and I'll hopefully will be vetting that footage soon. I want to share some thoughts with you. In myth, many people don't understand that there is a lot of knowledge and truth encoded in myths. Having said that, Croat and I spent some time the other night looking for lunar myths. And as most of us are aware, the moon represents the feminine in almost all cases in historical reference. Even the Roman name that was given the moon, Luna, is a female aspect. There was one interesting Aboriginal myth that we saw where a crane was dancing on the beach before there was a sun and the moon, or a moon, and the crane lost its necklace. And it couldn't find the necklace because it was dark, and it was concerned that if it didn't find the necklace soon, the ocean tides were going to come take the necklace away so that it would never be found. Now what's interesting about this is right after this there is a sun and the moon placed in the sky in the myth, but it's clearly talking about tides without a moon in this particular myth. In other myths we see almost verbatim that the sun is male, played by male characters in the myth, and the moon is female. In another myth we see the one example we can see where the moon ends up being the male figure who was the sun. The female didn't want to remain in the dark, so the male sun figure said, okay, we'll switch clothes, as if to cloak itself from being male, and he went and became the moon for a while. But the reason I bring all this up is because whatever the lunar wave turns out to be, will have a big bearing on what all this work has done. If it turns out to be some kind of a cloaking device or a projected image that we're looking at, or we come to find out that the moon that we thought existed doesn't exist, I think there's a correlation to this age in that for a long time now, women in general and the feminine aspect of this planet has been suppressed. You can look at churches as an example of this, where women are not allowed to be priests. Even in the Buddhist tradition, where sure there's nuns, but not to the same degree that there are male monks. They're just not equal. That's all there is to it. And we find this in much of our society, from corporate life to many of the cultures we see around the planet. So I find this interesting to consider that we may be about to find out that the moon has been suppressed, covered, or is not what we thought it was, when in fact the moon represents the feminine aspect on this planet. But having said that, I want to assure everybody that I will be shooting unknown objects, I will be doing chemtrail work, and I will be doing more solar work very soon, like you see here. It just so happened that so much lunar wave footage came flooding in, and the truth's going to be that whatever comes out of this, whatever we learn from the lunar wave, the people that have followed this channel have made it possible. Alone, I could have filmed the wave probably till the end of time, and it never would have had traction because it was only me. But now so many people have picked up filming tools and began to catch the wave that it has really given this traction. There are a lot of people paying attention to this right now, and I mean a lot. And so, thank all you guys for taking an interest, seeing that there was possibly something very interesting here, and taking the time to set up equipment, go out and film. And believe me, I know it's not easy. I know how tedious it can be to sit there and stare at a full moon that's not going to do much while you're watching, unless you're lucky enough to see some strange object fly by. But shortly here, I'll be adding, the traditional footage that I came to be known for. We haven't had a lot of chemtrailing here. 3 days went by. I think we saw one very minimal chemtrail today. So if tomorrow's any indicator, maybe it'll be a nice clear day and I'll be able to get the H alpha filter out and get some more solar filming going on, because that's always very interesting. And to be honest, every time that I use just a standard solar filter with just my telephoto, almost every time something flies by, satellite looking things mostly to date, except for that one strange object that I got with the H alpha filter, that blurry thing that I can't really tell you what that is. I just don't have enough experience yet. But anyhow, thank all you guys for really stepping up on this wave thing and contacting me when you found footage, for filming, for paying attention and helping to put this where it's at now. And again, there are a lot of people looking right now. So hopefully I won't have to eat crow and find out that everything I think is going on is incorrect, but I'm really not too worried about that, because at the end of the day, I am almost certain there is something very interesting going on here that is known by people in power or official positions that we have not been told about. And if that turns out to be true, then what we've done here has made a difference, because we're going to allow just common people to understand something that they have the right to know and that they weren't being told. So anyhow, there it is. As usual, please follow me on the Examiner. Many have come over to the Examiner. My last article is about the fraudulent moon landings, because Neil Armstrong apparently had precious objects in his closet. So I had to comment on that, because I don't think it's true. Anyhow, have a good night and cheers.